This I wants to finish these talks with a more human, genuine way, with a little story about this speaker. You know, I stumbled upon something. Stumbled being an understatement. I found myself through depression, through anxiety, through stress, through this inability to fit in, this inability to not know, this inability of childhood trauma, conditioned, poor way of life. I found a strength one day, and it led me to this, what we call enlightenment, awakening. And I felt truly humbled that something would pick me up, dust me down, and say, you're not alone. And in the joy and the bliss, in that profound moment, which appeared to last many years, 3 years, I needed confirmation. I needed to reflect and deflect and rebound what was taking place. I needed help to understand what the hell was going on. I still didn't fit in, but it didn't bother me. I'd found something far more delicious, far more valuable, far more love than I'd ever encountered in my life. And I went looking for confirmation, and I sat in front of the laptop and I let the words spew out. They just came. I don't know who was speaking. I don't know if it was a warbled mind trying to regain its position in this world, whether it was spirit, God, consciousness, whether it was deluded, whether it was in some sort of order, some sort of specific process. But I found myself speaking and realizing that I'm looking for someone to reflect and confirm that what I found was important, was far more important, not in the relationship of being a father or a husband, but far more important than what I'd encountered about being unloved before. Something loved me. Something that was bigger than what we call the dog's unconditional love. It was pure. It was undiluted, heavenly. But the confirmation of speaking to yourself and reflecting in a laptop, not uploading to YouTube, not doing anything, just getting it off your chest, trying to come to terms with that experience. And it led me to Muji. And I went to his satsang and I thought, well, Muji will know. I watched his videos on YouTube and I thought, he will know. He will confirm. And I sat in his satsang hall in London, 2014, and a week, and I can't remember a moment. And then I went back in November 2014, same venue in London, and it was even more. Every word he spoke, every word that was spoken in the satsang hall for one whole week, It was confirmation. And when I put my hand up to speak, I don't remember putting my hand up to speak, but apparently my hand appeared to be up. He ignored me. He ignored that what was wanting that blessing. And I realized in that moment that this non-duality, which I made a video about soon after, it's not about being every single human being, every animal, every piece of nature as being one whole thing. And non-duality is only yourself finding your whole self. Now this may appear to sound wonderful. It matters not. You're saying it matters not. I just want to be free of this dual world. I want to be free of this suffering and pain world. I want to be non-dual. I want to be whole. I want to be complete. Because all the videos point at that. All the speakers point at that. Be yourself. Be your true, whole, genuine self. And it's the place to be. You'll find God there. You'll find spirit. You'll find soul. You'll find everything that makes you complete as part of this completion. But you have to realize what Christ was about first, and Buddha. They were not about what they were speaking, about their individual form. They were about, I am putting the whole world, you, before me. I'm not sharing these words to get recognition, to get status, to get a blessing from my Father. It's because I love you so much that I'm willing to sacrifice my life for you. And in Christ's words, they're not words, they're actions. He actually got on a boat. He actually went to the villages, to the places. He actually put his hands on. He actually cut the fish, the bread, and shared the wine evenly. He actually did something positive. And that's that fine line between spirit and form. What I discovered was pure spirit, pure God, pure Christ, pure emptiness, pure love. But in the human world, when you return and Christ is an example of taking the opportunity to be a human form and interact with human beings. So it matters not who you are, what you establish, what you awaken as, what you discover, what wisdom it is, what happens after this body goes, what happens in the beginning as the speaker was revealed as was Rumi, this profound, beautiful garden of love, this profound reflection of myself. It matters not. None of these things matter. Because the fact is, unless you bind yourself off from this human ego world, as most spiritual gurus who experience enlightenment do, Muji creates community, boundaries, only so many people are allowed in, same as everything else, because Muji, like this speaker, has established that non-duality is not something that you can teach, preach, or say to another you have to become. Each one of us are appearing in our own vessel, in our own time scale, in our own journey, not in a all over enlightenment. Consciousness is awakening, and it awakens through each one at particular different times. Because the thing that this video is about, in a human way, is I couldn't find another speaker that could confirm eye to eye in front of that master in the satsang hall. Because in our human world, we can awaken and enlighten with the Sadguru inside, like this speaker did. Didn't know anything about Muji spirituality. Something said, you, come with me. Something not of form, but of spirit. And in our human mind-based world, we need some human form to say yes. Meet me, eye to eye, and let's become one. But unfortunately, on this speaker's case, it was not to be. All these speakers are very busy. They have lectures, they have all these things. They are engulfed by an ego world of, I want to know about you. I want something that you have. So when you're like this speaker who, trying to share through a video to itself, decides one day to upload and see if there's any response, and there is little response, there is wonderful response. In a word-based comment type of way. But there is not that interaction. There's not that meeting one-to-one. And it's very important, because whatever I am and whatever I have discovered, I am still a human being. I am still form. And through your family, who don't really understand about this thing that is taking place in your life, because they're not pertinent to it, like you may not be pertinent to it. It's not your time. One will come up every now and then and say, thank you, Graham, Popsy. You confirmed. That's all I do, is an opportunity for you to say, look, I know what you're speaking about. Can we become one? So what takes place is you get off of this seat and you return to that world of ego. And like that new serial that's on, The Walking Dead, you are walking right into that zombie world, and they eat you up. Not the body, but your mind, your wisdom. They don't want to know what you know. They just want you to come back and be one of them for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. You think the speaker is going to change and say something is out to get me? Everyone is here for their own reason, for their own time, for their own experience. To blasphemize another is to make a mistake, is to blasphemize God. I accept fully this journey. I accept fully this non-confirmation from Muji or other masters. I accept fully that the Sadguru is tapping me on the shoulder saying, you don't need that. You are that. I accept fully everything that takes place in my life. Because if I didn't accept fully, suffering would commence again, or recommence. So to fit into this, to walk into this world of I am not being blasphemous by saying the walking dead, because maybe they're the walking life. Maybe I am the walking dead, being giving the kiss of life back into humanity. You know, there's a way of saying, and it's this way. And there's a way of recognizing, yes, you're right. And there's a way of saying, no, it's that way. And there's a way of saying, yeah, you're also right. And there's a way of saying, there's no way. In that middle state. So until you get off the seat and become a guru, a teacher, and bind yourself off, as Muji and other speakers, spiritual speakers do, and say, I'm taking a stance. This is how it's going to be in our non-dual world. Or get off the seat and go back into that ego world and admonish, give up this wisdom to this spirit willingly, not with any regrets, and say, you know what? This is what's meant to be. Either way, you're taking a side. And it's now a very, very elongated way for the speaker to say, I'm stuck in the middle, and I don't want to be stuck in the middle anymore. I want to be whatever side wants me to be. And right now, my family are saying, get off the seat. We need you. You're a man. You're a father. You're a husband. You're a friend. And without you, our life is empty. And you know what? Without them, my life is empty. So I'm taking the empty side to fulfill something. Because we can sit on the fence until the body death says it's time, your time is up. What's the point? So is this a cheerio? Yes, it's a humane way of cheerio. It's a very humane way to say, I was bought into this enlightenment by some freak, some sort of spirit, or some say it's a kind of Satan. Because it's not what they make it to be. It is full of bliss and joy, but it contradicts itself because you have to sacrifice a human world for a long period of time to be in Buddha state. But God says when your enlightenment is finished or is coming to an end, now you have to choose. You have to engulf yourself with spirituality, engulf yourself as a speaker, or engulf yourself as a human, and engulf yourself in doing what you do best. Work. A father. A husband. A friend. Or a leader. And you know what? There's no choice because your conditioned upbringing makes that decision for you. Your whole life journey was already planned. I could never be a leader. It's not in my genetic, egoistic needs to tell you what to do. I could be a father, a husband, a grandfather, a friend, a nurse. And that's what I've always been. So I am grateful for this enlightenment. I am in true gratitude to Christ, who came into this body and spoke wisely. And I'm going to make up another video to contradict this So this is my human video. And the next one will be my spiritual video. And these two, you can make up your own mind about what this speaker is about. But when you hear the voice of God, whether you're a human, whether you're an alien, whether you're a spirit, whether you're a soul, boy, it wakes you up. And it wakes you up to love. So either of these states, whether a teacher, a master, or simply a father, a husband, a grandfather, one thing that ties them together is this love that pours through this body every day. It may appear in states from minds that see it in their comparative ways, their judgmental ways. But there is only love. So it's not a sympathetic vote, this video, to say, oh, you poor guy, you could have been a good leader, a good master. Or, you poor guy, you're going to have to go back into this shit world that we live in. Wherever I go in love. And wherever I am in love. And whoever I see love. And whatever I touch love. And whatever I know indisputably love. So I don't want to elongate this, but I'm grateful for Muji, because through YouTube I managed, and through a satsang of 2 weeks where I disappeared. I may have had my hand up for the whole 2 weeks. It matters not. I didn't realize. Because he just finished this speaker off, this old ego self off, so that God and Spirit could come in and say, now make a decision. Either way, we love you. Either way, we honor you. Because in human, it is our purpose, says God and Spirit, to give this earth some sort of meaning, some sort of decor, some sort of beauty, some sort of human connection. And in spirit, we met you. In soul, we're inseparable. And as one, we are whole. Non-duality is only for you in your own world. Don't try and preach. Don't try and think you can save the world. The world, in your ego mind sense, is a mess. But it's meant to be a mess. Because each one of us, momentarily, to get the judgment, to get that recognition from consciousness, it cannot deal with a crowd at the door. It's just dealing with us one at a time. And when you meet it, you understand that. Because it gives you its pure attention. It gives you pristine clarity. It is only attentive to you. Spirit, consciousness and God are in the room with you, opening the door for you to realize their freedom was always with you. I hope this makes sense, and I hope that you see. I'm now using future. I'm free from this middle Buddha state. I'm free of 7 years of bondage, of being on the fence. Beautiful bondage, loving bondage. But now when God calls from this side or calls from that side, I go running. because I want to serve that one in whatever way it comes, form or space, human or being, mind or spirit, but always in soul. I will be indebted to all these speakers, Ram Dass, Neem Karoli Baba, Ananda Mayama, Jiddu Krishnamurti, David Bohm, all these wonderful Adyashanti, Gangaji, Muji, Papaji, Ramana Maharshi, Rupert Spira, Robert Adams, Alan Watts, impeccable speakers who were pushed to that teaching role. But there are hundreds that you'll never ever know who went immediately to that human role. Dalai Lama, Thich Nhat Hanh, Deepak Chopra, still not denying either side. And it is with folded arms. I'm no longer appearing as this Christ figure. I'm closing the door and saying, what will be, will be. Whatever is to come, let it come. Whatever has to go, let it go. But I hope my words, or some of the words in these 880 videos, I hope some of them give a little confirmation to you in whatever part of your journey you're on. It may be in years' time that you stumble across this fool and say, wow, it didn't hit me then, but it certainly hit me now. I cannot go on saying this is going to be the last time, but the human world is desperate, and I am desperate to become and finish out this body with some sort of dance, with some sort of wish from God, wish from Spirit. Because I'm not going off this chair willingly. I'm being pushed off. It's becoming egoistic, says God. It's becoming all about you. You think that you're speaking about others, but it's really about you. So if I'm not going to put up with you sitting on your butt every day, speaking about yourself, if you're going to get off your butt, you're going to work hard. You're going to work hard for me as a human. You're going to work hard for me as a father, as a husband. I've decided, said God. No one else decides, but I. So, same time for other video maybe. Human video, next one spirit video. But thank you. I am humbled to have this experience with myself. Because before 880 videos were uploaded, I spoke thousands, early on awakening, wondering what the hell was going on, wondering what was speaking, needing some sort of confirmation. Because it's a dual world, you see, even in your non-dual state. I'm non-dual, I'm whole, but I need someone to tell me that I'm okay. I don't want anyone to say you're a saint or a sage or a king. I just want them to say you're okay. I understand. It's not for me, but I understand. I is the word that will break you free, and I is the word that will keep you bondage. Whether you're free or in bondage, somewhere down the line there is a state in between, which is neither free nor bound. And it's beautiful, it's paradisial, it's joy, it's bliss, it's heavenly, it's tranquil, it's omnipotent, it's omnipresent, it's unstainable, it's unknowable. But at some point you'll be called for a job. And you take the job unwillingly. I am here to take the job willingly, God. I am here to go and become this human that I was never not. But I'm also going in a whole position. I'm not going to lose my spirit. I'm not going to lose my consciousness. I'm not going to lose my whole experience. I'm not going to lose this love. I'm not going to lose anything. Because I know how much I love you. And in that pure reflection, God, it has to come back 100%. So whatever I do, I can't lose. You see? Lose. When? I can't lose. Because I'm winning. Everything's the same. Everything is God. Everything is one whole life. Thank you. I love you and I wish you well in your journeys and your hopes and dreams all come true. And that you meet that which you're here to meet in your own time. And time is a good way to finish with it. Because I want to leave you with 2 words that stabilizes everything for my non-dual world. And these 2 words were the 2 words that were spoken by God. And in these 2 words, the whole of the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Bible, and every single religious and spiritual word was written from these 2 words, or came and was revealed from these 2 words. And it was this. When I said, I get it, every moment as the trees blew, every moment is the same. And this voice, louder than the whole universe banging, Big Bang Theory, whatever, said, no, only one moment. One moment has no time. One moment is not timeless. One moment is presence. One moment is life. One moment is stable. One moment is infinite. One moment is here. And as Ram Dass says, be here and be now. And you'll see the power of Eckhart Tolle's words. You are in the power of now. So from here-ness, be good.